Very good evening. My name is Likuyani Elian. This is Friday, the 17th of September, 2021. I'm told tonight, tumepanda ngazi kidogo. We are talking mambo technology, innovation, and all that creatives are doing to make an amazing and better place for all of us. And what a way to begin this show with the one and only beautiful, petite Madame Nyanduko 254.
Hey, the compliments, sir. I am happy. I am here and I'm so happy to be here. So it's going to be an amazing night and can't wait to hear Mambo ya Tech because, well, we need to know the innovative things that youth are doing out here and it's going to be an amazing show. So stay tuned. Ita watu waambie wakuje. It's going to be amazing and let's have fun together.
Definitely, as we have fun, we cannot have so much fun without Papa Lumumba. Papa Lumumba.
Tingisa mapeka for Lumumba.
Lumumba is Shuchi. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. Mumewasha moto sana. Your energies are up there, so I think I'll do the calming down. Asanteni sana for having me around here. Nyanduko, I'm told once you go petite, you never come back. Is that true from your experience, of course? Do you have referrals?
I'll give you numbers and emails so that you can, confirm.
All right. Asante sana, Mr. Eli. Asante Nyanduko 254 for co-hosting these with me, and let's hope for the best. Imambo ya technology, I really need it.
As we think about technology, you need to look educated like Lumumba. So, twende kazi.
How
are you tonight?
Hello, my name is Dennis. I'm so glad to be part of this program tonight, and I can't wait to share and learn from all of you. Thank you.
Hiyo kizungu by then si hapa. Lumumba, you've got your match tonight.
Hao ni watu wa tech. It's precise to the point. Unajua hakuna mambo ya sijui nini.
Ilikuwa ikafanyika. No time for that.
Sister, hakuna storytelling hapa.
And for everybody joining us. Oh, you have a story to tell, definitely. Yeah. For everybody joining us tonight, remember, you can follow the conversation right here, live on Facebook, The Arts in Heart, and of course, on YouTube, The Arts in Heart Official. Remember, the hashtag is Art in Heart and Creative Space. Without further ado, gentlemen, I am the only lady on board. Mambo ya innovation. You've heard about this story, Buy Kenya, Build Kenya, right? Orezo ulimwona amekuja na mashati kali at one point. Hizo shati by the way zilikuwa overused, but tuuliza anko ya Nyanduko because he's the one who uses them too much.
Sasa achana ni na uncle yangu. Leave my uncle out of this.
So again, allow me, gentlemen, to really appreciate our partners, that is Agilitix Media, for making this conversation possible. As we try to do that, I'm trying to get something that we actually had prepared for you, and the relatives of Nyanduko decided we are not getting it. We are not
So this is
getting.
how it's gonna be the entire show. This is how it's gonna be today.
It's fine. It's fine. Let's take a look and finally come back to the real business at hand. This is, of course, possible by Genetics Media and Us in Heart Incorporation.
As Kenya seeks to dip its foot in the blue economy waters, a group of young innovators have come up with an eco-friendly innovation that could help save fishermen from experiencing losses due to perishability of their catch. Kuza Freezer is a company that gives small-scale fishermen access to affordable solar-powered freezers that help store their catch before being sold in the market or preserving it for transport. The company has delved into a niche that seems to be virtually non-existent, with the high cost of electricity and poor connectivity in rural areas, meaning fishermen have to make do with losses of up to 45% of their average catch.
Kuza Freezer solution offers the pay-as-you-go payment model that enables the smallholder farmers reduce the huge challenge post-harvest losses by offering affordable and reliable cooling services.
Kuza Freezer retails at a cost of 35,000 Kenyan shillings. However, the company offers a flexible payment plan of 20% deposit and monthly installments of 15,000 Kenyan shillings for 3 months. Dennis Onkangi, co-founder of the company, takes us to visit Jasin, one of their clients in Old Town, Mombasa.
This is Mombasa Old Town. Kuza Freezer is empowering smallholder farmers here in Mombasa, and today we are trying to reach out to one of our customers in Mombasa known as Justin to see how they're using our Kuza Freezer. Work with me.
Imenisaidia sana. Mwanzo kiweka samaki hapa inshallah utaika kwa siku 3 4 na storage vizuri kama iko katika freezer vile vile.
Okay.
Hata kuna wavuvi wetu tumewapatia zile niliochukua mbali na hii. Mpaka leo zinawasaidia hata wanataka nyingi. Mimi nashukuru. Nimefanya kazi nzuri hapa. Na hivi mkiendelea mtazidi kuexpand vizuri kwa sababu kitu kizuri huwa kawaida kinajiuza. Ubora zaidi iwe kwa kila size. Kuna watu wanatuma samaki pengine unaweza nunua hizi Nairobi, Garissa. Yani area ya barabara.
So size ikuwe kubwa kidogo zile different.
Kama hii labda inabeba kama 50 kg.
50
kg, yeah.
Kuna za 100 kg.
A common critique by customers is the size of their freezer box, which Jasin and other users hope the company would make larger models in future to store larger catches. With the rise of Mombasa as a prominent startup hub in Africa, Kuza Freezer has solidified its place as one of the most promising startups in Kenya as they seek to solve a problem that not only faces fishermen, but the larger agricultural landscape. Alan Kai, Genetics Media.
Nyanduko, wewe najua the only innovation unajua hii Kenya ni ile ingine. Hebu kuja hapa tuongee. What do you think of that story before we bring in Dennis Okangi actually? Nyanduko.
It is beautiful, you know, to think that someone can tap into solar energy and come up with something that amazing. It is just out of this world. You know, it means that there are things we can do out here. It means we can be innovative and come up with new stuff. Maybe I am mind blown. Because the only thing I know to do with the sun is taking nice selfies.
I didn't see that coming.
Lumumba. Hashtag sunkissed.
Sunkissed. Lumumba. Oh, Lumumba umeamua tu utatufanyia ile kitu. It's all right. You're too relaxed today, but it's okay. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm saying, I mean, I agree with Nyanduko. I think today she's bringing her honesty now here. Sun-kissed is all she can do with the sun. Well, it doesn't make a big difference na mimi either. Mimi natumianga jua kujua period ya kushoot video. Ukienda kushoot video kwa milimani, you look at the sun and you get to decide when is the best time to do this, or before sunset to bring romantic moods in the song. But this is amazing. I think I think it's far beyond, because when you look at most of the fishermen and the small traders in especially towns like, you know, the coastal regions and of course even the Kisumu regions, these small fishermen, they're not people who are really endowed, and they don't have so much capital to work around storages. And I think this is quite an in-hand kind of a solution for them. Or you can even tell from the old gentleman that Manze, it's quite something that has come through. So perhaps let's bring the horse himself, atuambie maneno.
And of course the man of the hour, Dennis Onkangi. Hiyo jina inanishinda kupronounce. Juu niachie Nyanduko, but it's all right. Dennis.
Please.
Yes, please.
Dennis, if you can hear me, talk to us. Dennis, that's an amazing work you're doing down there. And when we talk about innovation, I want to say that's I mean mind blowing that you're actually. How old are you? That's my first question.
Okay, I'm 20. I'm getting to 29 years this September. 23rd September, yeah.
Eli, what were you doing at 29? Isipokuwa kukunywa busa.
Making babies. It's all right, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Continue innovating.
Ni ilikuwa tu busa na kupeana vitu.
Na watoto, na reproduction.
But at least I was a biologist. Dennis, talk to us, Mr. Technology.
Yeah.
Go ahead. At 29, such an amazing project. Just take us through. How did it all begin?
Sure. I think maybe to start with, I graduated from my university in 2018. I was pursuing a bachelor's degree in computer science. And throughout my campus life, I've been representing Rongo University, which is my university, in various exhibitions through various innovations. So one of the innovations that I've been working on throughout my university academic life was actually gave the university a number of trophies because it was a health solution. But besides that, I've been having this kind of an idea. What can I do after campus? Am I going to start looking for jobs, or am I going to create jobs so that for people? Because a lot of youths will be scrambling for jobs immediately finish campus. So I've been thinking of, now that I have these innovative skills, what can I do when I get out of university? So immediately I graduated from Rongo University. We started now. I came back to Mombasa, where I reside. We came to Mombasa in 2003, so that's where actually I've grown up since then. So in Mombasa, we've been interacting with the fishermen for quite some time here in Mombasa. So immediately we left. I left campus. We started doing some bit of research around fishermen, because these are the same people we have been interacting with throughout my childhood until now I'm in university. So we wanted to understand what are these pain points that the small scale fishermen.
Wait, you've talked about interacting with fishermen, and it hit me. Eshuchi was only interacting na watu wa kuuza busa na changa.
Na wakupeleka na pikipiki huko kwa market.
Yes, and he didn't learn any chemistry out of it.
No, unajua, you know, Rongo University is actually, Rongo University is in my neighborhood, Rongo University. Sasa huyu jamani neighbor wangu. Huko kitu tulikuwa tunafanya ni kukula mua. Unajua ile mua mrefu that
na nini? Na karinguru.
Unakula hivi na gonga mtu kichwa huko.
I know that one very well.
Yeah. Tell me something, Dennis. At what point did you decide that, much as you are a campus student, you need to start thinking about what you do after campus? Because I think that's an area that most people really overlook. A lot of people, and some of us mostly, when we're on campus, si tulikuwa tunangojea transcripts to graduate, twende tupambane huko nje, but there was no planning, there was no networking around these. What really drove you into start thinking, you know what, I need to start strategizing about what happens post campus?
Yeah, thank you for taking me back again. I think during campus, throughout the process of now representing the university, there were some students who were ahead of me, and they actually graduated before me. And when I was trying to see what they're doing out there, they had already set up their companies, and they were running their own innovations, which are currently doing very well. So all of them, they were not towards job looking for employment. I know very well on the tech industry, it is very hard for us to very hard actually to get a job opportunity if you're a tech if actually you're doing a tech related course. So I was thinking of I was actually never dreaming of getting out and starting looking for jobs. My what I've been dreaming of was that immediately I get out of college, I need to think of something that can actually create jobs. And this is through now creating your own company and coming up with a good idea that's going to sell, that it's going to now make you create jobs to other people. So in through it has actually been a series of motivation from the people who have been ahead of me, who have been working together in campus. So I also had the same feeling, like I wish to be in the same situation that they are in. We have been innovating together. We are representing the university in various exhibitions, and now they have taken their solution to the next level. Instead of now having prototypes, they are now having products that are serving the community and creating a lot of impact. So one of the issues was, when I get back to my homeland or to where I live, what am I going to give back? Am I going to start looking for jobs, or am I going to create jobs? Or am I going to do something that is going to be of value to the people close to me? That's why when I immediately graduated, the only thing I could do was to see what I have within me, and that is the skill set that I had acquired throughout my academic life. So the computer science skills that I had, the only thing I could think of is trying to see the problem around and try to come up with a solution that is going now to create impact. Actually, not only creating impact in terms of solving the problem, but also creating job opportunities. Because this is something I knew that most of us were going to have a challenge in here.
Dennis, that's awesome. Allow me just some latitude to welcome everybody that is watching on live tonight. We have Neema Rachel who says, Jambo marafiki zangu, karibuni na wapenda sana. Thank you so much, Neema. We love you back. Jakita who says, Art in Art Creative Space tuned in. And Matthew Muthusi who says, you learn chemistry from Busa. Yes. Yeah, mukumuki titration. Great minds in Dennis, that is by Makomere Gilbert. And Eshuchi, before we take a very quick break, Dennis is not the only man who was thinking BizTech by the time he's leaving school. Nyanduko equally did it. Lakini alikuwa anatumia stock. Nyanduko, what was your experience?
By the way, before Nyanduko finishes up her laugh, nimesikia Dennis pride himself in winning trophies. Mimi acha niwaambie leo, acha pia mimi nitupe yangu. Do you know when I was in high school? Acha niwaambie story moja mbio sana. When I was in high school, I won. Relax, sinaanzianga huko. When I was in high school, I won the best. I won a symposium, an English symposium trophy. And you say I schooled in Luoland, and so I schooled in Luoland. Alafu previously I'd won a Swahili one. Vijana wa Jaluo wakaniambia, wale Ringa boys wakiwa juu ya mabasi zao wakaniambia, wewe kuja next week uone Kisungu. Sasa hiyo Kiswahili ni kwa sababu wewe ni Jamwa. Jamwa ni Mluya, wakaniambia wewe ni Jamwa ndo maana umechukua hiyo. So the next week I came and took the English one, Sasa after 1 week nikapatiwa suspension shuleni. Alafu kulikuwa na another symposium that was coming. Do you know my suspension was lifted just so I can go and defend that trophy?
Eli, the way you've said that Mimi and chemistry were like this, when people were being taught mall concepts, you know that textbook had chapatis hapo kwa hiyo page. Me, I was counting those chapatis, and then the teacher was like, and then you pay me nafunza chemistry and hesabu chapati utaanguka. And I think,
it helps.
Hizo chapo zilikuwa za nini, by the way? They were trying to break down the concept. Haikuwa inaweza.
Yeah, was counting chapatis,
it's okay. Everybody has their talent. And Nyanduko actually was counting chapatis. But guess what? These chapatis came in handy. Just in case you missed out on the girls talk.
Eli chapati na hana pan. Uliona ile mimi msichana mwenye anaendanga kwa boyfriend na pan? Huyo msichana ni mimi.
Unabeba pan from your hostel to his hostel.
babes, nilikuwa naweka pan kwa kibeti, ninaenda kupikia boyfriend.
Lakini wewe Nyanduko, how are you even
Yaitwa mke nyumbani.
Mall
You've
concept
refused to
na
move
chapati.
on. You have
No, we are
refused.
not moving on. Hata Papa Lumba can agree to me with it.
Hiyo nilijua ulijikaranga Nyanduko. Nilikusikia hiyo story nikajua basi.
Ya nani?
We
Lakini
have
Lumumba
content for the
ungeniambia.
rest
Si
of
you
the
could
year.
have told me. Ungeniambia
Sasa wewe
Nyanduko unachoma.
unaambilika. Ukiwa girls talk wewe uambilika kweli.
Sawa, tuacha nikubali matokeo. Sawa, Eddie.
It's fine. Nyanduko, you told me you have a question for this gentleman. Throw in.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see how your chapatis came through.
Okay, you leave my chapatis alone. You know, I learned from that, and I don't cook chapatis anymore. I even forgot. Now, Dennis, I would like to know, why solar? Why solar? And how hard has it been to penetrate and to tap into this market that already has existing? There are existing suppliers and providers of freezers. How hard has it been to tap into the market, and how hard has it been to convince people that we have this product and it is good and it's going to help you?
Wow, I think that's a very interesting question. The first thing you asked is why solar. I think what I can say about this is that despite the fact that solar is the only sustainable solutions that a lot of people who are off grid are fighting for, right now even the world is trying to move to clean solutions. So for us, we are actually trying now to, even in the Sustainable Development Goals, number 7 is talking about something to do with clean energy and stuff, affordable and clean energy, something like that. So we are trying to accelerate the achievement of these Sustainable Development Goals. At the same time, now that the problem statement of why we came up with the Kuza freezer is that here where I come from, small-scale fishermen in low-income communities, most of them are in off-grid areas. Off-grid areas, it means that accessibility to electricity is very limited. There is spotty electricity. So coming up with a solution that leverages on solar energy, it means that solar is everywhere and it is freely available. So it means you're going to cut down cost for people who don't have access to electricity. So the reason why we came up with solar was because of the two reasons. The first one was that we are trying to accelerate the achievement of sustainable development goals towards clean energy. Secondly, is that we want to use solar so that we can offer solutions that are sustainable and affordable. Our solution is going to be sustainable and affordable because you are tapping into a source of energy which is freely available, and also it's going to reduce the cost of maintenance for customers. The only thing you need is solar, and solar is accessible everywhere. So we came up with this. We decided to leverage on solar because most of our target customers are off grid, and also we wanted to cut down the cost of cooling. Yeah, a lot of people who like to access cooling services, they have to either use electricity or freezers, unless you do electric based freezers. But these are for only people who are connected to electricity. What about those who are not connected to electricity? That's now where the question was, and that is the gap that you wanted to fill. That as much as you're in need of a cooling solution, but you don't have access to electricity, at least you can have access to a solution that will depend on a free energy, which is solar. So that's why our solutions are fully solar powered. Yeah.
And how hard has it been to penetrate the market? How easy has it been?
Sure. The question of how hard and how easy it has been, the fact that we have a lot of competitors around offering similar solutions, we have our own value propositions, reasons, some of the unique features that we wanted to add to our product so that at least we could be able to penetrate the market with ease. The first one is that here in Mombasa, We have a saline environment. It is very salty, and a lot of refrigeration equipment, of cooling equipments. They are made of steel, and steel with salt, they rust easily. So we came up with our own cooling solution. Kuza freezer is manufactured using fiberglass. Fiberglass does not rust. Yeah, and then it's also very durable. So with these kind of features, you find that a lot of fishermen or a lot of customers who have been facing the challenges of rusting will now fight for a product because they are looking for a durable solution. So yes, it has been a challenge penetrating the market because there are still existing solutions. Plus, our solution is a new product which we still have to convince customers by trying to either do demos to them so that at least they are convinced that, oh wow, this solution exists and it works. So basically the challenge is trying now to prove to people that yes, the solution you're talking about is actually working and this is the solution you're having, so that they could be able now to buy into our idea. But we knew that we were going to have the challenge of competition, and the only way to mitigate this was to us having value addition, the unique value proposition to our product. Like number one, providing solar powered freezers. It is very rare to hear that in a group of 10 in Mombasa, you'll only find one person maybe having a solar powered freezer, or even none.
Dennis,
So it means yes.
With the way our Kenyan people are sneaky and they love free things, how do you make sure that these people who take them, those who buy on hire purchase, pay, they're able to pay and follow the payments through and not run away? How do you do it?
Sure, I think that's also an interesting question. Through our pay-as-you-go payment model, we had to incorporate various features so that we need to be safe. We are still a very young startup, and there are a number of things that a number of can you call it risks or that we may face along as we offer the pay-as-you-go model. One of them, apart from the issue of loss, is what about if the customer fails to pay? Yes, it is a pay-as-you-go. Customer defaults. What will you do? The other question is, okay, you've given the customer the product, it has been stolen. How do you solve the problem? So to solve these issues, number one, the issue of payment, our products can be monitored remotely and the payments can be done remotely, which means if you don't pay, the system can easily be switched off. Secondly, exactly, yeah. So the issue of control is one of the an important feature that our product has to make the pay-as-you-go model a success. Because without control, then it means you will not be able, then it is not a pay-as-you-go. The customer can use as much as he's having access to the product. But you putting control to the product, it means that now you have to make the customer to pay. Yeah, so that's
so you and that bundle same WhatsApp group. If you don't recharge, you're not using our thing. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. So the daily payments can be done by M-Pesa, and the system can easily get activated and keep on working. Yeah. The issue of theft, we also have the fact we have also factored in the issue of GPS tracking, which means we are able to know the exact location where our product is being used. So with these two things of having control in payments and also being able to know the whereabouts of our products is some of the measures that we're putting in place to mitigate the most risk issues that we might face with our product while offering the pay-as-you-go model.
It's very beautiful to know that the Kenyan education system is not a scam entirely, because you said at least you learned something. Lumumba and myself, we learned how to. He learned how to sing. I learned how to take tea, basically.
But I didn't learn how to sing. That's something I was born with nerves to do. You are trying to
so you learned nothing. So you learned nothing.
At least I learned how to talk. Yes.
Sincerely speaking, I can say it's not 100% skills that I got from school, from the university. I think what I got from the university was basically 15%. The remaining has been getting support from various tech hubs around, going to various, going for benchmarking in different tech spaces. Like I told you, I was having people ahead of me doing big things. So by going and seeing what they're doing and stealing some skill set here and there, it actually opens your minds out.
He's a good thief.
Yeah,
trust me, I'm not even laughing at you. I'm thinking as Dennis was benchmarking and just bettering herself, Nyanduko alikuwa anatembea na pan ndani ya bag akienda kupiga chapati. Like
tulipata degree wote. Labda mimi nilipata degree in housewifery and homemaking.
It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. And
yeah.
Sasa. Dennis, yes, Dennis, you go.
I mean, like, you don't steal the idea, but you steal the skill set. That is what is important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea is
it's important to note that this guy was actually, capitalizing on the available knowledge.
No. You see, let me clean that up, Ellie. That is where we draw the line between art and science. In art, people want to own the knowledge. They want to own the property. I want to write a small piece of paper and own the rights to it. In science, everything is anchored on principles. Like resistance will always be current times over voltage. Am I right, Mr. Dennis? Yes. And so you can do whatever you want.
The SI unit was ohms.
Ohms. Oh yes, ohms was the SI.
Cheers, guys. What are you all saying?
Yes. So what happens in science?
Nyanduko atumia to heat against
hot air balloon. I am floating like nobody's business. I don't know what you people are talking about.
Yeah, no one can own or claim the ownership of scientific knowledge because those are usually facts. You only prove them. That's why science is a cause effect kind of a thing. If you react this and this, you get this. There's no way around it. But artists, they can start arguing whatever they want just because, you know what, I own the right to mitigate this here and there. So I think that was good stealing. Back to you, Ellie and Nyanduko.
Yeah. I believe we've lost Dennis for some time there. If Dennis, you're there, give me a sign. Lord, give me a sign. Oh, he's back. Oh, tumongelea mambo ya nini ya science and actually the ideas of people, stealing knowledge. That brings me to the other aspect of Dennis, with all this great innovation you're coming up with, issue of patent always comes into play. What have you done as an innovator to protect your yourself from people that are fishy coming through and
people that are fishy? I see what you did there.
Yeah. I think people usually say safety first in everything that you do. Even in what we do, as much as you feel like the idea that you're having is as small as anything small, but it's good for you to take precautions in terms of before you start trying to air out your ideas to various people. You need to at least put some measures of security to it. So yes, we have actually put all the measures in place. We have a patent for a product. So before we started actually spreading the word out there about Kuza freezer and stuff, that was the first measure to put into place. So yes, we have initiated this process. We have a patent for our product, and we are now at least at peace to get even feedback and share our good news with people without any worries.
Awesome. Yeah. Ishuchi, kama ulikuwa unafikiria kucheza kama wewe jua hiyo hesabu it's not for you. It's not for you.
Hapana. For me passion has to precede. Na mimi passion ya technology kidogo tunakuanga hivi.
Ishuchi is hata haibangi nini. Yes,
I forgot I think I made a mistake. I forgot to mention something. I'm not alone in Kuza freezer. Kuza freezer actually is the product that you're offering. The idea itself came from a lady. She's my co-founder. She's known as Purity. She's the one we have been doing R&D together since 2019 to date. So
fanya in plural. You are nini nani ajui mwambie ni research and
sorry. Research and development. So before we came up with this,
leo mnanilemea.
No, you see, if you use terms, Nyanduko disappears in the thin air. So you have to bring
I know RSVP. It is close. It is somewhere close.
Actually, the reason why I'm saying this is because we are trying to put Nyanduko outside the box of tech. Now that I'm working with a lady who is not in tech, but we are all delivering the same solution to people and creating impact. So the issue is not that you have to be in tech for you to solve a tech problem.
Nimesikia. So unaona niko hapa on tech. I'm actually here on principles of tech.
Yeah. So I think Nyanduko, you're in a safe space. So even your ideas are very, very important. Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis. Me and my chapati are welcome in this space.
Dennis, you've been working with your co-founder for 2 years, you say? 2 or 3 years?
Sure.
Okay. I feel like asking a social question, but ni sawa too.
Lumumba. We just can't help it.
Lumumba, you know what? You guys are just crazy and in a nice way. Let's just take a quick break, and when we come back, Dennis, I want us to talk even deeper about this discussion. And I see Johnson Mwangagi there saying, for those who do not know, R&D means research and development. Research and development. Thank you so much, Johnson Mwangagi, who happens to be the CEO of Genetics Media.
Gilbert Makomera mwambie in developmental stages.
You must be aware of the product you want to give the market.
Yes. Numbers. Your numbers matter.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. We have Julie Mumia who tells me tune in. Thank you so much, Julia, for stopping by. And actually, Julie has been nominated for the awards at Mombasa. Julie, kindly remind us because I actually voted, and you guys can equally vote. Something in Mombasa, and sorry, this is very shameful of me to actually forget the name on air. It's not supposed to happen, but yes, Julie, if you're watching, kindly just tune in. Send us in the comment section. And we have Godi Segero who tells me, hata mimi I represented my school kwa science congress with a home science project, despite being in a boys' school.
It shows in the suits. Alijua kupiga pasi at least. So.
Home science lazima atuambie ni project gani. Unaweza sema ni mambo ya suti na maybe alikuwa anapika biringanya. Unajua
anapika biringanya.
It could be a cookery thing, you know. Na Segero atuambie bana.
And we just says tuned in. Thank you so much, Sarah. Wewe squeeze by the way umepotea show uonekani. And we have Makomere who says, Eshuchi, book concentrate.
Please.
It is not. You know the problem of Eshuchi and Nyanduko is the semantics.
You know, if we go grammar here, if we go into the details, the finer details, you home.
You
didn't get it, but it's okay.
But well.
No, it's those are words borrowed from Mr. Makomere. So don't worry. Don't worry. I'm just in the script. Again, I see Godi who tells me, Mimi, I went. Hey, hapo ndio kizungu inakuwa mrama.
Mimi, I went.
For girls, nothing serious.
He went for the girls, not for the congress. He didn't care if it was science or biology.
He went to conquer.
Mliwa ni mliwa. Alikuwa anaenda even in high school.
Okay.
When we come back after the break, I want, of course, Dennis to talk to us about the general challenges being faced by innovators in the market, especially young innovators. And remember, we have so many of these shows every single week from Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just find out what we discuss here on Art in Heart. Meanwhile, a glitch of what Makomere talks about.
Ukipewa mtoto wako umshike, that smile you radiate in kwa huyo mtoto ina create attachment yenye ina last forever. And that's why unasikia kwa development, presence is very important.
Yeah.
Hata upeane pesa kiasi gani na hauko present, hakuna vile huyo mtoto ata create that attachment. Sasa your presence determines kama huyo mtoto ata create the positive attachment ama atakuwa na negative attachment when growing up.
Yes, welcome back everybody, and that was a clip from the Men's Den. You should be joining us on Tuesdays, where I have Gilbert Makomere, Matasio, and Eli Likuyani, na therapist mwenyewe, Mr. Jemo, on board. Very candid conversations. Now we're here with Dennis Onkari, and we're just trying to go around this amazing innovation that he's brought on board. And these guys are making solar powered freezers, everything on check, security on check, safety on check, and of course affordability on check. An amazing project that is. Now Dennis, I think the question here now is the bigger one, because you know we have a country and a system that is run by cartels. You find a business opportunity that can easily be subsidized by cheaper, affordable, and locally available materials, but you find people cartelling them. And of course, these cartels find a way to always shield off the entrepreneurs. What are your challenges, and what do you think the challenges are for the young innovators and people who are just starting off in such industries in our country?
Well, thank you for that question. I think I can speak. I can speak from as an entrepreneur point of view, because throughout my journey of entrepreneurship, I know the pain points that I've been facing, or rather we've been facing together with my fellow entrepreneurs, more so the tech entrepreneurs. So I think one of the challenge that we have been facing is that, or one of the challenges that entrepreneurs face while coming up with these ideas and getting into the trying to bring the entrepreneurship ideas to life is the issue of mentorship support. So, like I told you that when I was coming up with this idea, I was trying to find out people who were having various skill set to support me, whether the tech with tech support or business support. Every young entrepreneur wants to come up with a company, but they don't know what are these requirements for you to have a company, for you to be able to run a company successfully. So number one, like the issue of having the essential business skills to run a successful company. Where do you get this kind of skills from? Yes, you have a very good idea. You want to launch this business idea, but do you have the skill set for you to be able to manage this business and take it to the next level? So, like
a quick one, Dennis, and yeah. I think, sorry to interrupt, but I really love the point you're bringing home. I've been in HR for a couple of months in a company that I worked for before, and one thing that kept coming out clearly was that most degree holders, most graduates who hold degrees, tend to be very incompetent when it comes to the practical skills as compared to the diploma holders. What do you think is the discrepancy between these sections? And do you think maybe you agree with that hypothesis?
I agree. I agree. I think I agree. I fully agree, because I've been seeing this thing happen. As I told you, like campus life, it's actually someone has to go an extra mile. If you have to depend from the academic point of view, what you're getting from campus, then outside here you will not be able to deliver. So like for my case, I never depended on the knowledge I was getting from school alone, from the university alone, because I knew I needed the hands-on training on various skill sets for me to be able to be best fit for what I'm going to do outside, or for the industry that I may need to be employed into. So I feel like, okay, yes, there's a lot of training going on in campus, but I feel like it's more theoretical than being practical. Yeah. So the practical part of it is actually what is kind of missing in for people who
in our university.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
if someone won't be able to go an extra mile to be able to look for this hands-on training, then it means the only thing that you'll get from that you take away from campus, then it means it's the only theoretical work that you've scored A's and distinctions, which will not help
Amazing.
you. Exactly, yeah. So, and that's why you maybe will find out that a lot of people coming out of universities, they have very good grades, but they are not
but they're not
able to
able to
deliver.
deliver on the practical one. I
Yeah,
agree. I
yeah,
agree with you, and perhaps that's something that the education system needs to be relooking into, and perhaps also individual efforts around it. Tell me something about the available. Okay, this is taking me back to. I don't know if you're a lover of memes, Mr. Dennis, but kuna kwanga siku hizi unaulizwa what are the challenges that people face during situations, na unapata wanaambiwa points ni zile zile, and unavailability of resources, competition in the market, and all
Attack
that.
from
yeah.
neighboring communities.
I was looking for that. Yeah, attack from neighbor. Okay. Yes,
Poor
so,
roads, poor
so,
That
transport.
was history.
infrastructure. I know.
Mm.
Sawa. So tell us, David. I'm assuming because that has always been when I've spoken to the few times I've spoken to innovators, they'll always tell you, especially the tech ones, they'll always tell you that some of the challenges they face is, yes, you have the skill, yes, you are able to actually build this thing from the word go, but there are these essential raw materials, especially when it comes to things like Sasa tech, that maybe are not available locally, and perhaps you need some sort of them assembled elsewhere. How do you where do you get your raw materials from, and are you able to say that you can get 100% of what you need to build up your structures from the local market? And you know, what's your manpower like? How much are you able to make? What's your output? You know, stuff like that, in case we're speaking about investors.
Sure. Sincerely speaking, we can get a lot of materials locally, but at a very high cost, which means you're going to end up making a product which is good, but you will not be able to be affordable for customers. So one of the reasons why we may end up importing some few raw materials from maybe abroad, like you may find people getting materials from China, is because of the issue of cost. Buying materials from outside, you actually cut down cost. More so when you take advantage of economy of scale, buying in bulk, you cut down the cost. But if you're buying things locally, the cost has already been it is actually skyrocket. Is very high. Like you find that if I was to make the freezer with 100% materials purchased locally in Kenya, the cost could go up to 50% production cost, not even selling cost. But if I was to get these raw materials from outside, I could cut the cost down by 50%. So the challenge that we're having is that yes, we may have raw materials within locally, but the cost at which you can get them is very, very high. So that's why people tend to get some bit of raw materials from different other abroad countries where you can get them at a low cost. Yep.
No, Nyanduko, wacha
Yes.
uliza swali yako, haina shida, nitangoja. I know you were about to point your finger at me,
No.
then
I
I saw
just, I
the
just
finger of
wanted
God.
to know. I just wanted to know where he stands in matters. Buy Kenya, buy Kenya, support Kenya, and now he's saying that buying them locally means it will be a higher cost. So where are we in terms of supporting products that are made locally? And if you wanted to buy them locally, are they available in the first place? All those materials that you need that are made in Kenya, are they available?
Oh,
And
sorry.
what
I
can we
even
do to make it possible
actually,
for it to be
yeah.
a Kenyan product?
Oh, okay. What we can do to make everything 100% a Kenyan product, then I think it will be a bit of a challenge because not all maybe materials that we're using
Mhm,
are highly available or produced here in Kenya. Some are actually raw
mhm,
materials from other countries. So the only thing that we are like right now, the current situation that we are in right now is the issue of fuel. Why is the cost of fuel very high? Maybe in other countries maybe the prices are low. There are some
mhm,
issues maybe within our country that are making these materials not to be at an affordable uh, prices. So
mhm,
the issue of buy Kenya build Kenya is an interesting thing that you've raised. I even remember that there was one innovators who came up with a lot of these hospital beds during this COVID situation. They were supported by the government. They were told they'd be given funds to make this kind of beds for hospital and stuff. And you know how the story went, and people started criticizing maybe these beds are not best fit for hospitals and stuff. So I think, I think one of the challenges that I can even ask you a very good question. Like, why don't we have local investors? We have to have external investors. Is it that we don't have people in Kenya having money to support startups?
I wonder. I've been supporting this, but people don't notice.
Let me tell you. Let me dissect that for you. This is not even technologically speaking. Mimi nitawaambia tu. The only problem is we have this syndrome, the import syndrome. First of all, we have a very big import syndrome. We do not believe, like me nambianga, you know, there are things you look at, you're like, I can make this for you locally. Na mtu hakuamini until you've made it. And you see, once you've made it, and then you see, when you don't have that support, you don't have the advantage of economies of scale. What Dennis is talking about. I will tell you something. If I make a shirt like the one I have on, and it's the only one I've decided to make, as a costume, this would cost something close to 2,000 shillings. Someone will not understand how this costs 2,000 shillings. Na ameenda huko Gikomba, mwingine ameinunua at 20 bob or something. Because when you decide this is what I'm doing and I have ready market for it and I've made everything ready, you can make this zikiwa mingi, because unajua zikiwa mingi you have everything centralized. So the cost of production is spread across and it becomes very little, because kama ni labor ya mtu wa kuunda hii moja, labor, the guy will charge you 200 or 300. If he's making 10 of them, he'll still probably charge you the same amount. You get that? So you end up with a lot of units at a lower cost. But sasa huyu mnataka Dennis aunde freezer moja, apatie mtu, muone kama inafanya kazi, mcriticize some people, and the critics don't even need the products, by the way. They don't even need them.
I'm telling you, I have a life experience from what you're doing right now. If you're able to see that product, the Kuza freezer product, the current one, someone asked me, did you get it from China? Yeah, so like the question was not that it looks good, but
is it important?
Kenya.
So,
yeah.
You know.
So
you
that's
know,
kind
Dennis,
of
that's actually one of the biggest struggles a lot of creatives face. And when I mean creatives, I'm cutting across the board, including designers for shoes and clothing and all that. Eshuchi, you know this country called Bangladesh, right?
Yes, I know Bangladesh.
Do you know this company called, I'm not supposed to be mentioning, but it will make sense if I mention H&M, right?
H&M, perhaps if you continue, I'll link up the dots.
Yeah. Now, this company happens to be the feel-good sort of clothing where a lot of people go buy clothes from, including Africans. They made a row sometime back in South Africa because of H&M for some other reasons, though. But that aside, they happen to sell a lot of clothing. And when you go on the sticker, it's made in Bangladesh. If you were to take the same clothing in Bangladesh and say, by the van ingo, very few people will actually buy it. What point am I saying? If today the likes of Akina Dennis will come up with these very interesting innovations that are making and actually tell you, by the way, this thing is costing you 35K and you have A, B, C, D, and you go get the same thing coming from this other country that has been selling us everything, including the roads and life we depend on, and they bring it and import it, everybody want to go for it because they say, hey, by the hii imetoka wapi? Maju. So this Maju syndrome, Dennis, as an innovator, as a creative, how then do you, put it on the table and actually deal with it as a creative? Like, this is how you're fixing it. You like our product or not? Jibambe, like somebody would say.
Actually, I'm happy that you raised that. one of the things is that it's not that the reason why people have to buy your product is not because of where it is coming from, unless you say. Because for me, if I was to go on mute and ask different people to sell the product, it could be a bit a different story. But now that it is me saying, oh, we have this, we are making this, someone will automatically say, oh, so you are a Kenyan, so you made this. Then the story, the context will be different. So I think the issue here is that uh, we're coming up with this kind of. Will you mind rephrasing the question again? I think I've lost a bit.
Yeah, the question was,
Yeah.
and I think Nani KT has actually reframed it well. He says kuna vaccine ya import syndrome, because a lot of people will rather import, will rather, hii yangu imetoka majuu. It is the same product
Yeah.
being produced, as long as it now has a sticker of a famous cloth line or brand, then it makes sense to them. How do you tell yourself and your consumer that, what, this is my product and this is my worth?
Sure. I think I just gave a very good example of M-Pesa. M-Pesa is a Kenyan-made solution, and the reason why it may be hitting throughout the Africa and even globally is because of what it is able to do. So what you're trying to do as a Kuza freezer, as much as we do have these kind of issues that, oh, a product from this place is what is good, we are trying now to put ourselves into the shoes of now the people who are having the problem at hand, and trying to provide solutions that are having value additions compared to now the existing solutions that are there in place. So by offering a solution that are actually best market fit, that are actually solving a problem that the immediate customers are facing, then they do. I feel like they may not have a lot of issues complaining uh, about the product itself rather than the performance. I wish if the customers could be complaining about the performance of a product, how effective it is compared to the other one, the story could be different. But if the context is, oh, where is it from? Then it will actually beat the logic of why we are offering the solution. We are not offering the solution because we want a Kenyan-made solution. No, but we are offering the solution because this is a problem facing people, and there is no alternative solution that
Existing
they can
solution.
actually grab. Exactly, exactly. So we came up with Kuza Freezer because we had seen that gap. And if anybody has to complain about the product, that means it's not our target customer. It's not being affected with the problem. Yeah. So we for us, how we are solving this thing is because we know who our target customers are, we know the exact problems they are facing, and we have actually we have validated the market, and we know what the existing solution have on what they lack that makes it hard for these people to acquire it. So by having all these features in place makes us stand out, makes our product penetrate to the to a target audience. So we know this syndrome is there, yes, and this is how for us we are trying to mitigate it by trying to provide a solution which is market best fit.
I'll ask my final question before I release to my other team members to actually get to ask their final questions, because I see time is really not on our end. And have you been able to officially launch this product in the market? And if I was to buy, where would I get it, Dennis?
Sure. We have not yet officially launched the product. We have been in a series of pilots. Uh, we've been having a series of pilots with specific customers, people who have been with us throughout our journey, trying to test out our product and give us feedback on areas of improvement. We are planning to do a soft launch this December through various partners. I don't know whether you know Somo Africa. Somo Africa is one of our partners, and also Close the Gap Kenya. These are I can call them hubs, or rather, yeah, I can call them maybe tech hubs that are supporting entrepreneurs, also tech entrepreneurs, in bringing the idea live, or in rather than scaling the ideas. So through their support, we are trying to plan on a soft launch in December, so that now we could take this product officially to the market. What we've been trying to do, we've been having paying customers, but pilot customers. Customers who are paying for our products, but they are helping us in testing, in finding out loopholes if they're existing. But now that we've been in a series of pilots, we have at least solved almost 90% of the issues that have been raised by the customers, and we are confident in the official launch. We have also been working around on the issue of the Kenya Bureau of Standards, because we cannot sell a product which has not been certified yet. So these are some of the things that we were working on, so that we let this product to the market when we are fully ready.
Wow, thank you. Nyanduko?
I watched the video from the video that you did with the customers, and the major complaint that they were giving is the size of the freezer. What are you planning to do about that?
Sure. I think the only thing we can do about it is basically coming up with different packages, because what we are currently concentrating on is a 60-liter freezer. You find that a 60-liter freezer is suitable for a single fisherman. Maybe those who are working in a team with a boat, they need a bigger freezer. So it's basically coming out in different packages: 60-liter, 100-liter, and 150, and so on. So, but that one is something that you can do on scale. We wanted to start with these small packages because they are what they don't consume much to build. So we want to test the market first with these 6-liter freezers. Then, on scaling up, we could now come up with various models and packages that could be having different capacities. Yeah.
Lumumba.
I actually do not have a question. I think I love the product. Innovators always get me just on the other side of life. But I think just to go on as a word of encouragement, perhaps you shouldn't get into the market so cautiously. You might just be surprised at the reception that could come with the product. And as food for thought, perhaps you might start thinking about introducing variations of your product, because I'm seeing a situation where you're gonna need to even provide the freezers for household use. And so perhaps you just want to start thinking about it beyond the fishermen and all that, just because I am crossing my fingers that the market is going to surprise you with quite some amazing reception.
Sure.
Yeah, such an optimistic man there. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yes, like what I was saying, the point that Shuchi has said, they are actually very critical, but there have been things that they're actually on our plate. We know that right now we're dealing with fishermen, yes, but it's not only fishermen who are looking for our freezers. There are a number of people, but we just wanted to have an initial focus on who are these initial target customers who are having a problem. I told you I'm coming to Mombasa, giving back to the communities, first of all, seeing the immediate people around you. They are the fishermen. Then when going to other counties, you'll find that there are no fishermen there, they're dairy farmers. So we'll keep on scaling to other counties and reaching out to different market segments. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dennis, for coming through tonight. And for those who have been following, Dennis umeambiwa hapa. Dennis, don't forget us through Genetics Media. We are your partners. Cheza kama wewe. Play like you. Don't
kabisa.
Usisahau mudhamini.
Yeah, umeona hapo katika hizo videos tumeplay, they are all been powered by Genetics Media. I think Genetics Media have been supporting us very, very greatly, even throughout our documentaries that we've been doing. We've been trusting these guys throughout. Even in our launch, they're the same guys we'll call to feature us and do some coverage. So
don't worry,
thank you for reminding me.
We will be streaming it live. We
really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Genetics Media. Twakupenda pia. Thank you so much. That is hey, majina tunayopewa. And yes, earlier on we had Julie who says, yes, Ellie, it is Pwani Golden Awards. That was the word. Got nominated for the Female Artist of the Year. Here's the link to vote for me. So go on the link and vote for Julie. Shuchi rather, you saw Mumia and you fell in love with her when she came in because of her delivery. So clearly, go vote for her after this
People
cast.
are
Okay?
falling in love.
Okay, with her music.
Who is
With her
falling in
music.
love?
Don't be jealous, Nyanduko. Enda pole pole.
No,
Mbona
no, no,
mafupi
no.
mnakuwa na
I just
hasira za
needed
haraka
clarity.
sana?
I just
Mko
needed
na
clarity.
okay, ni muziki yake anapenda. Alafu earlier on told us that is Johnson Mwangangi, you said hapo kwa watu wa diploma versus degree, the factors contributing included bash.
Na
Sherehe.
ameenda.
Anapiga tu sherehe daily.
Ameenda kwa bash. Ameenda bash, atarudi
Aha.
next week.
Yeah. Johnson Mwangangi says the discrepancy kitu inaleta difference between the holders of the degree and the diploma ni sherehe. Watu wa degree ni sherehe tu. Sasa
Wako sherehe na itaki hasira.
yeah. Debra
Debra.
Okangi. Huyu lazima ni muhusika anajuana na
Mhusika mkuu.
She's my sister.
Karibu sana. Okay.
My sister.
Yeah.
Shuchi ulikuwa umesema kuna vacancy. But anyway, that's a story for another day because time is not on our end. We're going to save this discussion for another time. Remember, tomorrow we are here with one coach, Collins Bolo, as we discuss. Dear family, such is the size of my wallet. You want to find out? Come tomorrow on the family edition from 9:30 p.m. East African time and of course 8:30 p.m. Central European time. Eshuchi Lumumba all the way in Nairobi, Kenya, Nyanduko 254, and our guest Dennis Onkangi for coming through. Najua leo Nyanduko atalala na fiatu kwa sababu ndugu yake amekuja hapa for the first time. Wakizi boye.
Oye.
Boye.
Wakisi hawana kelele vile unafikiria hivyo. He's cool, calm and collected.
Ni kelele za nini hizo kelele takatifu? See you tomorrow night on Heart in Heart. Good night.
Good night.